Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2018. And so to kick off with the new year, I'm going to start with Ask Me Senpai episode 3. So let's start off with the first question over here. It's from my YouTube channel. Since I missed a lot of them from my previous video, I don't think I answered any of them, but I'm going to answer them this time. So the first question is, what do you find the most OP class and why? So the most OP class would probably be Summoner. The main reason why summoners are OP, in like air quotes OP, is because they can do basically every mechanic in the game. They can tank with your cat taunt, and they're just very versatile. That's the main reason why I like to play summoner, is because let's say that your team doesn't have a tank and you're doing a 6-man dungeon. For example, you do Hollowed Heart without a tank. The summoner can technically tank because you have your cat taunt. And it happens with a lot of my dungeons, especially on Neru's Sanctum, on Foundry. There are certain mechanics where you can just use the cat taunt to keep the boss in place, and it keeps things in order without messing things up too much. So, you know, I quite like the Summoner. I find them really strong. So the second question is, what is the most difficult dungeon and how do I start gearing for endgame content? So the most difficult dungeon at the moment is probably Hollowed Heart. Hollowed Heart is, yeah, it's considered one of the more harder dungeons. And as for gearing, you just slowly work your way up. First of all, you know, you get your necklace from Desolate Tomb. Then you probably want your belt from Neru Foundry. Then your bracelet from Neru Sanctum. After you manage to get those, you want to upgrade your weapon to Baleful 12 or Serath 12. And then you want to be able to run Black Tower. You run BT a couple times. If you get lucky, you get your elemental ring and your earring. And then you upgrade those. And then eventually, you know, you work your way up slowly but surely. And then that's how you get to endgame content. So if you look at my summoner at the moment, you know, I have my earring, I have my ring from BT. I have my my belt, my bracelet, and my neck from the regular dungeons. I'm sitting on Raven 6 right now, and you just slowly progress and upgrade. However, keep in mind that progression does get slower the more endgame you get. Like, from Raven 6 to Raven 9, I think it's going to take me maybe 2 months of farming. Because I play semi-casually. I'm not playing on like 10 ults a day. I'm not farming Shattered Mass until I get really sick of the game, you know. I'm just playing it regularly. I'm playing about 3 hours a day, and then I log off. So that's about it. Okay, question 3. After playing on the NA server for a while now, does the Chinese server does the same stuff as the NA server? Like, do they mess up? And how do they handle it if there's a hiccup or two? So basically, when the Chinese server messes up, usually they just post out an apology letter and then they give compensation. They just, you know, they give EXP pouches or they give gear or they do something to, you know, just make the player base happy. They just give some stuff. And that's what the Chinese server does. The NA server does something similar, I think. I don't remember. And question number 4. What is the best way to progress for soul shields? This has been mainstreamed a lot since the level 55 patch. Basically, we just finish the story and then you'll have full MSP pieces. After you have your full MSP, you just want to work towards BT. Basically, you can probably buy your first 3 pieces on your BT and then your 5 MSP. And then slowly but surely, just make sure you progress strong enough so that you can run Black Tower with a team, and then complete Black Tower, and then you can purchase the rest of the soul shields. And after you finish Black Tower, then next one is Vortex Temple, or VT. And then that's quite a large jump. So you're going to be stuck at BT for a good 3 to 4 months. So just keep that in mind. So, what is the next fusion for Gunner after Holy Fire? The next fusion, after you have the Holy Fire badge, there are 2 badges that you can go for. You can either go for the Aeon or you can go for the Limitless. Both are equally good in their own way, but I think that I might be going the Aeon badge, mainly because your burst bullets, you use burst bullets a lot more often than using triple shot. So even though Limitless feels really good because if the more triple shots you do, the more procs on your bracelet you get, right? But the problem is, even with my Hong Moon, RMB, and the Holy Fire Soul Badge, I'm only proccing triple shot maybe like 4 to 5 times out of an entire clip of 40 bullets. So, I mean, it's not proccing that often for me to justify using Limitless. However, if you have better RNG than me, or if you proc it more often, that definitely would help because it cuts down on your V skill, which is your Fire Strike, I think, and Fire Strike will activate your bracelet, your Tiger Bracelet. So, if you have good luck and you proc your triple shot quite often, then you could try Limitless. If you have terrible luck like me and you don't proc the triple shot very often, then maybe you could go the Aeon Soul Badge, because that gives that lowers the cooldown of your C skill, and your C skill, while you do Firefall, you do extra damage for your burst bullets. So that's good. Alright, so now let's hop over to the Discord questions. So the first one is from Marky. It's, where's my meme channel? Your meme channel has been created, Marky. It's you've put a lot of very spicy memes over there already. Second question, are you a whale? From Esprin. Yes, I would consider myself a whale. I have spent I've spent at least $400 US on the game already. So yes, I do consider myself a whale. Then we have a third question here from Cinder. Should I gear alts? I think it is, to an extent, it's worth gearing your alts. To me, because I know my playstyle and I know my personality, I grow attached to characters. So I only have 2 characters. I have my Summoner and my Gunner, which I invest a lot in, because I've grown attached to them. However, if you're not, if you're only here to min-max, then yes, you should gear your alts so that when during events, you could get a lot of sacred oils and, you can just make more gold in general if your alts are more geared. Question number 4. Where did you get all the mats for your Summoner to go to Raven 3? From Hyper. It's quite simple. I got all the mats from my Gunner. I transferred everything that I had from my Gunner. That was almost 3 months worth of farming for materials. I transferred all those materials to my Summoner. Mainly because I don't sell my materials. Whenever I do dailies, I get the treasure chests, whatever. I keep all the materials. I don't sell any of them. And yeah, so I had quite a lot of materials. That's why going to Raven 3 was quite simple on my Summoner. Question number 5. What is the difference between the Chinese and NA community? The Chinese community is quite silent. Most people just talk within their guild. They don't talk to strangers. They don't use faction chat that much other than to recruit people. So it's much more close-knit and closed off on the Chinese server, while the NA server is very vocal about many things. What class do you recommend for new players? For most new players, I would recommend either the Gunner, mainly because there are no specific mechanics you need to do. It's very straightforward. It's just DPS and occasionally using your Alpha Call. But other than that, another fun class for new players would be just any range class in general. Any range class is very user-friendly. Like, I feel like range classes are good for new players to start off with. And after they've played the range class and they've, made some gold, they have some materials, and then if they want to branch off to a melee class, then they can do that and use the range class to fund their melee classes so that they can catch up faster. Do you have any other pets other than Toast and Marky from Biscuit? Yes, as you can see over here, I have a little lion. His name is Lion, and yeah, he's a stuffed animal. He's really fat as well, fat and chubby. So yeah, I do have another pet. Next question is from Marky. Do you love summoners? Yes, I do like summoners quite a bit actually, because they're a fun class. I mean, they have a very engaging and very fun kit. So you can party stealth, you can heal. And, it's just, you have a cat that does all your CCs. It's just a fun class to play. Any possibility that you'll get bored for BNS in the near future? From Logan. Yes, that is possible. You know, if we do run out of content, it is possible that I might get bored of Blade and Soul. However, at the moment, I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. Because if you look at the progression of Strawberry Pancakes at the moment, we're currently doing Vortex Temple, and we'll probably be able to clear the first boss in this week or the next week at latest. So, you know, we still have a good chunk of content ahead of us. And I hear in February we're probably getting the new dungeon, the underwater dungeon, which unlocks a whole new tier of weapons. So that's going to be another great expansion. And then mid of the year, or maybe end of this year of 2018, we're probably getting the Tachyon. So the Tachyon dungeon is going to be pretty cool. And then before that, probably in like mid of 2018, I think we're getting the whole desert place and the... Yeah, it's just... There's a lot of content lined up. So I'm not too worried about getting bored of Blade and Soul. If I do get bored of Blade and Soul, you know, I will always fall back to my roots. You know, I might go play a little bit of Counter-Strike. I might play some Overwatch, some League of Legends, you know. There are plenty of games to fall back to. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, it is a possibility that I might get burned out of Blade and Soul. However, I don't think it'll happen because I'm pacing myself pretty well. Okay, the next question is from Jay. How do I start streaming / making videos like you and Evil Do Us Harm? It's quite simple. I literally just have a webcam over here, which I just turn on and I click record, and I turn on Audacity with my microphone and I click record it there as well, and then I just start talking about whatever I want. Usually I create like a video idea beforehand. It's like, okay, so today I'm going to be talking about like how to make gold or something. And then I would think and I brainstorm and then I'd do like a rough plan on like, okay, in my brain I would be like, okay, I'm going to talk about like 5 points on how to make gold. And then I'll just make my video. Because a lot of times I just kind of wing my videos. That's the way how I make my videos. I just press record and then start talking. Like the Ask Me Senpais over here, it's just, you know, I have the list of questions that people ask me, and then I don't have any answers written down. I just kind of, you know, wing it, basically. But yeah, that's how you make videos, basically. Number 12. Next question. Will you be doing giveaways on your channel? I won't be doing giveaways on my channel. However, I am toying with the idea of doing an art contest because I would really love to see some fan art of, you know, my summoner Lin, or my gunner, or even myself, or maybe all three put together. You know, I would like to host something like an art contest and maybe do like a $50 gift card or Ncoin card giveaway or something like that, you know, for the winner. I'm toying with the idea, but I'll think it through, and then I'll probably make a video with an announcement on like rules and how this competition is going to work, something like that. Okay, next question. What is your favorite dungeon / boss and why? My favorite dungeon at the moment is Starstone Mines, mainly because of how short and how easy it is and how much gold and money and materials you can get from it. Hint, hint, wink, wink, you know. It's a very good source of income if you have a static team that'll just run it over and over and over again. Especially if the Elder Dragon box drops, you know, you don't even have to bid for it. If you're in a static group, you know, just open it up and then you split the gold. It's guaranteed. It's nice. It's easy. Next question. Why did you start a YouTube even though you have 3 restaurants? From Will. YouTube is a hobby for me. Like, I don't expect to make a lot of money from this. I mean, I just do it for fun, you know? I just do it for fun. The main reason why I wanted to start YouTube, and mainly why I started doing Blade and Soul content specifically, is because I can't find any... Blade and Soul is a very confusing game, you know? The dungeons are really... They're explained really weirdly, like especially like on raids and certain dungeons. It's like the explanation to do the certain mechanics, they're just so confusing, and then I don't think that it should be so confusing. I'm pretty sure like Even though in a lot of my guide videos I do make a lot of mistakes, it's true, I do admit that. However, I find it that I just prefer the way that I explain things. It's a lot more simple, a lot more easy to understand. It's like, even though there are a lot of fine details that you need to know or you might need to know that would help you, but my videos are mainly there to just get the point across. It's like, what do you need to do on this boss? A, B, C. Okay, that's all you gotta do. And then how you do it, you know, it's like 1, 2, 3, and that's it, you know? I like to make my videos simple and clear to understand. And I feel like there's not a lot of content creators on this game that explain mechanics and explain some dungeons, and, you know, a lot of people don't care much about the player base, and I feel like that's why I wanted to make videos to help the player base, to help you guys understand, you know, how to do certain dungeons, like Hollowed Heart. My Hollowed Heart guide came out. It didn't get as many views as I was hoping for, but it didn't matter because I knew that I managed to help the 3,000, 4,000 people that watched the video. So, you know, it's more about that. It's more about giving back to the community and helping you guys. It's less about me making money and getting views and stuff. But yeah, you know, so that's why I started my YouTube. Yeah. And this is a lion. Okay, guys. I think that's it for the questions. So again, feel free to ask more questions in the YouTube comments with the hashtag AskMeSenpai. And of course, if you are on the Discord, you can always ask you could always ask questions in the Discord, where I will make the hashtag AskMeSenpai episode 4, and I'll answer your questions in the next video. Anyhow, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
What can I say except you're welcome? For the heals, the boosts, the rest.